A foot race to the loose puck. One-on-one with Goldberg. And scores! Danielle Selby wins the hockey game in overtime. Sanum with Bella. 2-on-1. Sanum scores! Griffin Sanum sends the Forest into a frenzy. Overtime game-winning goal. And the Foresters defeat the Vikings.
Last question here. How do you take this momentum into next weekend?
You know, I mean, that's a statement win, right? I mean, they're defending champs. You know, we know we can play with anybody in this league.
Oh, this one is hit well. It's driven into center field, and that one is off the wall. One run in, and coming around to score is Chevalier. The Foresters have made it a one-run game.
Thing number two, Allie Graham. Last game against Carthage, had a 5-point game, 4 goals and an assist.
So I said, let's go. And my parents drove me out sight unseen to Lake Forest College. And it turned out, Adam, I was really fortunate to be there for 4 years and play hockey for 4 years and have still to this day some great friends from those 4 years and still being involved with the school and having someone like you call me, this is fun.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Adam Plager and I'm excited to officially welcome you to my YouTube channel here on Play by Plager. A new era has officially launched and so excited to bring you closer to the game than ever before and build a strong community with other passionate sports fans. We're going to be covering so many different topics and I want you to connect with me on my socials. You can connect with me on Twitter at @Plager13. Please tweet at me. Stay in the conversation. Stay in the know. I want to hear from you guys, whether it's a topic that you want to have discussed, whether it's a certain guest that you would like to hear from on the podcast, things like that. This is the official home for the Play by Plager podcast. So excited to bring it to video form. With that being said, so please connect with me on those socials. That's where all the updates will come out with the links to the Play by Plager podcast. Again, the Twitter is at @Plager13 and my TikTok is @Play by Plager. And on my TikTok, you can find a new series that I have recently just began called The 3 Things That You Need to Know to Get You Ready for whatever game I am set to cover for that day or for that weekend, to offer the most in-depth coverage and analysis as possible and really get you ready to go for whatever broadcast I am set to call. On this channel, you will find some of my pre-game interviews with players and coaches as they will break down the game that is set to take place and offer their insights into the game. Those interviews in their full format can be found on here. You will also find my post-game interviews right after the game has taken place with the star of the game. And those interviews will also be found on here. You will also be able to find some of my highlights and some of the game highlights from the games that I am covering on the play-by-play side of things. So those will be posted again to my socials with a short little preview, and I want you to be able to watch the full game highlights. If you were unable to catch the full game broadcast, you can find those highlights on here. So excited to officially welcome you to my YouTube. So many exciting things to come, and cannot wait to bring you closer to the game than ever before. You will hear from not just the players and coaches, but as well as athletic trainers, therapists, performance coaches, equipment managers, video coaches, things of that nature, those that are working hard behind the scenes to bring the product that you are finding take place on the ice or on the field, and what allows our athletes to play at the level and condition that they do. Also connect with some other broadcasters at the minor and professional levels and what it's like for them on a day-to-day. Some people that are working in the front office. So many exciting things set to launch here in the very near future. And hopefully the goal for the podcast is to take that into a sort of YouTube live format. I know that you have been asking for the podcast to be more interactive, and hopefully this is a first step towards that. And eventually on that YouTube live format, you'll be able to make live comments, tweets, posts, things of that nature, where you can connect with me in a more in-depth and really feel closer to the game than ever before. We talk about it so much, and I am so excited to offer you more in-depth coverage and things of that nature. It's going to be an exciting time. New ventures, new ideas are all on the way. So again, please connect with me on my socials. That's where everything will be posted about first. Again, my Twitter is at @APlager13 and my TikTok is at @PlayByPlager. And again, you can listen to the audio forms of my previous podcast on Mixler. Those can be found at playbyplager.mixler.com. A new era has officially launched. And again, welcome to the official home of the Play by Plager podcast. This is the place to be. You don't want to miss it. Exciting times ahead. We'll talk to you very soon.
Hey fans, are you enjoying what you're watching? The Play by Plager podcast has just gone video, and you are not going to want to miss it. Hear from new guests each episode, bringing you closer to the game than ever before. Head over to youtube.com at playbyplager. You gotta subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications and connect with us on all social media.